What's up, YouTube? This is Mark, waist deep wade fishing, Southwest Florida. Hope all is well. It's about that time. I spoke to you guys briefly about the new spoons I was getting in, and I was going to do a video on a collection that has been put together that is specifically designed for redfish. Now, these selections of spoons that we're talking about is a set that you can purchase over at Aquadream Spoons. The link is in my description if you should do so. Just let them know that Mark sent you. Again, thank you to all my likers, people that are liking, subscribing, and sharing, and helping me grow the channel. Of course, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be able to do this. And as I promised, I was going to do a full review, so everybody out there gets an opportunity to see what I use, when I use it, how I use it, and why I use it. So let's begin. Let's go without saying. If you've seen the channel before, I fish the Grassflats, and with that being said, I want a spoon that I can cast a long distance, and I can work in a variety of different ways. But we're going to go through those ways later on. First, I want to go through each spoon with you and show you exactly why I like that spoon, why it works, and when to use it. So guys, without further ado, let's get it on. So I'm going to show you today, this is the Aquadream Redfish edition, the Tournament Redfish edition, and it is a phenomenal edition. I mean, these are the spoons that I've been using over the past 3.5, 4 years, but I used to buy them separately, and now they have a kit that is out that comes specifically made for redfish. So I'm going to go ahead and go through it. I'm going to go through the first one, and I love it because I've never seen a spoon like it, and this is going to be used in the cooler months. I would say towards in Florida here, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. And when you start to see a lot of crab on the flats, sitting in the potholes or scampering by, then this is a spoon right here that you must have. I'm going to put it up real close so everyone can see. Now that is an awesome design spoon. Of course, it's weedless. I always hook them up on a barrel swivel so you don't get line twists. And just so you can see it a little bit further, that is a print of a blue crab. Now, when would we use this lure? Well, the first time we would use that lure, number one, is if you had clear water. With any types of spoons, you want clear water. If you've got silty, really, really dark water, muddy water, I wouldn't advise going with the spoon. You want some clear to semi-clear water when throwing spoons on the grass flat. When you would use that spoon? Well, particularly when the crustaceans and the crabs start to come in on your particular flat. Everyone's area is different. If you notice a flat and you happen to be walking around and you can see that there's blue crab in the area, by all means, pull this spoon out of your collection right here and start throwing that spoon. That's spoon number one. So now we're going to move to spoon number two. Now there's two types, and they're similar. One is a little bit different than the other. Both used in the same fashion. Now, the old saying that you can't beat a gold spoon, and you really can't. If you've got some semi-clear water and a little bit of current, well, by all means, this gold spoon, which is a hammered gold spoon, of course, it's weedless. And then my favorite, and I actually lost the last one, hooked into a red, and he wrapped me around a mangrove and he broke me off. So I had to go ahead and get myself a new one. But this tournament series gold spoon right here with the red eye, absolutely phenomenal. Can be used all the time, all year round. Winter, spring, summer, fall. Great spoon. Can use it in dirtier water. You can use it in ultra clear water. Just use a lighter leader, and of course, make sure you put a swivel on the top of it. The hooks are extra sharp, and as you can see from the construction, I mean, they're screwed in. I believe they're mustad hooks, ultra sharp, and of course they are weedless. So when making those long bomb casts down the flat, you know, those 30, 40, 50, 60-yard casts, and working those spoons, you know, over the potholes, through the grass, where those low-lying redfish are going to be, particularly in the cooler months, that is definitely going to be a spoon that you want to throw. Moving on to spoon number 3, which is another favorite in my box. Of course, if you live in Southwest Florida, or just about anywhere in Florida, you'll hear the term whitebait. Well, this hammered spoon is the exact replica of whitebait. Now this spoon, I wouldn't throw it as much as I would in the summer as, you know, the winter. This is more of a summertime lure. Not saying it doesn't work, but I'm more accustomed to throwing this on a, you know, sunny day, medium to clear water, high moving tide on a point, when there's a lot of whitebait or greenbacks in the water. This would be the spoon I would throw. Moving on to spoon number 4. Now this is another favorite spoon of mine, and of course I just had to pick up a new one because a huge snook chafed my line, and I lost this last one on a snook that was 40 plus inches, and he chafed through the leader and he took the spoon with him, excuse me. Now again, if you're on a flat and this is more of a summertime lure, and you see that there are a lot of pinfish around, usually when I walk the flats and I'm shuffling through the grass, you can see the pinfish scatter. Well, there is no other bait if you want to match the hatch than this spoon right here. I mean, it is the exact pattern and replica of a pinfish. Again, with those mustad hooks and those awesome weed guards. Again, with the barrel swivel. This is a fan favorite. A lot of people use it. A lot of guides use it. I use it when you know, it's at the right place and the right time. If I see a lot of bait and a lot of pinfish in the water, I'm going to throw this. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to get hit. Again, sometimes, you know, matching the hatch doesn't work. But if I notice there's a lot of pinfish in the water, I'm definitely going to throw this around as soon as I get out on the flat. And the last but not least, and this, I really don't have a word to describe, rhyme or reason for it. I'm guessing because it's just got that lime green color, but this hammered green spoon right here, when rolled through grass and potholes, along a trough line, along a cut in a sandbar, in, you know, silty to medium to fair to clean water, this spoon stands out and outmatches all the rest. If it's a really, really dirty water, and you're working across the flat, I would suggest throwing a gold or this green hammered spoon by Aqua Dream. They're all 1/4 ounce. They all work for different situations. Every one of them catch redfish. All depends on situation, weather, tide, cloud cover, water clarity, time of year. It's not that difficult. So now there's 3 ways you can work a spoon. The first way you can work the spoon is obviously a bomb cast and just a slow roll, and just cast it and roll it over the potholes and roll it through the grass. Okay, cover ground. Again, it's a search bait. That's one way of using it. The second way of using the bait, you can throw it out and you can twitch it. I find sometimes when adding a couple of twitches, a little bump, a little grind on that spoon, it triggers the fish to biting it, especially when you have good sun and good clear water. Okay, those spoons are made to be, you know, fish are not going to be smelling spoons. Okay, Those spoons are made for predators, for fish to see them, see their action, feel their vibration, and attack it. Now I do add scent to certain spoons. The pinfish spoon I would add scent to. The gold spoon I would go ahead and add a little scent to sometimes. And of course that blue crab I would add blue crab scent to. So the last technique that I use, and it has proven very effective, it actually worked on the last video I did out there in Bokeelia, is jigging it. I was throwing the gold spoon out on an oyster bar. That was way out. It was a hidden oyster bar. And what I was doing was throwing it, letting it hit on top of that oyster bar, then reeling it, popping it once off the oyster bar. Well, not the oyster bar, but the sandbar that led to the oyster bar. Let it fall, pop it, let it fall, pop it, let it fall, pop it, let it fall, reel it, pop it, let it fall. And I was using that jigging motion. And that jigging motion set off such a huge vibration that a snook came up and just smashed it. Well, guys, I hope that info helps you out as far as some of the tools in your tackle box. You know, the AquaDream spoons, absolutely some of the best spoons on the market. Not putting any other companies down. I've used a ton of different spoons, and there's no spoons that feel as good, are keeping, you know, the bait from getting caught up and snagged. They reel great, they wobble great, they cast a mile, and they produce fish. All right, guys, well, thank you for tuning in. I hope this helps you. Go out there, pick yourself one up, throw it out there a few times, and again, if you have any questions or any comments, please leave them. I will see you guys on the next video. Take it easy and get out on that water.